When is it fornication? When it has been abused, when it has been stolen, when it has been taken without the father's notice. It is fornication. You cannot get a license from your pastor to have sex or not to have sex. The license to have sex is not with your church. The license not to have sex is not with your church. It does not lie with the church authority. It is a teaching that the church must teach so that the fathers will take their decision.
So what is virginity itself? What does the Bible say about virginity? The last time I checked, the only time the Bible talked much about the virginity was when it says that Jesus was born by Mary, who happened to be a virgin then. And I believe it was so because God did not want any confusion about the paternity of Christ. So that one guy would not come up and then start saying, it's my son. I slept with Mary before she gave birth. That guy. So I believe, I'm just thinking, that's not in the scripture. So this guy is explaining things around the topic virginity. And I think you need to understand it too. I know you will say, this is not salvation, or is it in the Bible? He didn't quote in the scripture, whatever. Is virginity itself about the scripture? Does it add to one's holiness? Does it make one more righteous? What is virginity itself? Who should decide what it is? If you slept with a woman outside marriage, have you sinned against God? If your parent gave consent that, you are now 25 years old as a woman, you can now sleep with a man, and then you went ahead and then did that as a lady or as a guy, have you sinned against God? The full video is on my YouTube channel.
Let's go. If anyone is worried that he might not be acting honorably toward the virgin he is engaged to,
and if his passions are too strong and he feels he ought to marry, he should do as he wants. He is not sinning. They should get married.
Now, when you read in the NIV, it is like a fiancé and a fiancé. Two people in a relationship. It is true, and it is also the other way. Read it in the Amplified and be quick with it.
In the Amplified?
Yes.
But if any man thinks that he's not acting properly,
he's not acting properly
and honorably
toward
his virgin daughter, by not permitting her to marry,
if the people, the issue, you need to understand what they mean by marry. If she is past her youth, and
it must be so,
let him do
as he wishes.
He
does not sin.
Let her
marry.
At worst, we live in a generation where a man will say, my daughter, you will never marry. I will never allow you to marry. You will never have sex. Is it honorable or is it dishonorable? Ghanaians today will say it depends on your age. Is it not true? If you are 30 years and your father is saying, I won't allow you to marry, is it something honorable? So it is a matter of the context of the father's decision. It is not a matter of the context of what people think. It is, what does your father have to say? What is your father saying? And I don't know why the church should be brought under judgment of a responsibility that is a home issue. Why must we be judged over an issue that has to be dealt at home? Are we together?
Yes, Pastor.
Are you following me?
Yes, Pastor.
You cannot get a license from your pastor to have sex or not to have sex. The license to have sex is not with your church. The license not to have sex is not with your church. It does not lie with the church authority. It is a teaching that the church must teach so that the fathers will take their decision. When is it fornication? When it has been abused, when it has been stolen, when it has been taken without the father's notice. It is fornication. I pray you understand what fornication is. The word is porneia. It is abuse. That is the meaning of the word. Fornication means abuse. Who is abusing who?